Before we get into the video, issue number 5 of our magazine is up for pre-order now on the mxnetwork.com. If you want to support us directly, go grab one. They're only $5.99. Hello and welcome to today's video and or podcast. Unfortunately, today we don't have a special guest, but for the rest of the week, it looks like I've got riders lined up for both the MXGP Championship and American Supercross / Motocross. Anyway, today we'll be looking at Chase Sexton and his thoughts regarding his up and down season that ultimately led to him earning his very first 450 Supercross championship. We'll also be looking at the prominent 250 class team Phoenix Racing Honda and why they aren't racing pro motocross this summer, along with their separation with their rookie rider Caden Braswell. Finally, we're going to be heading to Europe for a minute to talk about Jeffrey Herlings' dominant day at the Foxhill National and the Revo British Motocross National Championship, and the unfortunate death of a photographer that canceled the second half of the event. Honda HRC rider and newly crowned champion Chase Sexton has had an up and down year for sure. I mean, he started off the championship being a top contender on the podium every race except Indianapolis and San Diego due to some big mistakes. Now on paper, podiums every race sound amazing, but when you're getting outdone week in and week out by your biggest competitors, Cooper Webb and Eli Tomac, mostly due to your own crashes and mistakes, it's not so good of a situation. On top of that, in Detroit, when Sexton earned his second win of the year and assumed it would be a good points day, the AMA penalized him 7 points for jumping on the red flag, which was actually after the red flag and the incident. So it was a pretty controversial and, in my opinion, wrong call. Well, the saying, can't keep a good man down, must be true, because after all the struggles Sexton went through in the first half of the season, he was determined to fight to the bitter end, and it paid off. Sexton would go on to win 4 more races in the latter half of the year, beating his fellow competitors Tomac and Webb in the first 2. Then Webb would be out after Nashville, and Tomac would be out after Denver, giving Sexton the upper hand on the title. Remember, kids, never, ever give up. Here's Chase Sexton's interview just off the podium in Salt Lake City after winning his championship.
14 fast qualifiers, a lot of heat race wins. Awesome season for me. Up and down in the middle, but it's kept strong. And man, these last few races I've been feeling so good, and that race right there goes to show. So I'm super stoked on this, and it hasn't really sunk in yet, but hopefully here pretty soon it will.
What's the plan for tonight?
I don't know. Maybe go big. I don't know.
We're gonna go big.
It's a good night, yeah.
Well, he said it all right there. Sexton put himself in the right position to win the title if Tomac and Webb made a mistake, and luckily for him, they both did. Now, for all of those people out there saying he didn't deserve it because Tomac was faster or Webb was faster, sorry to say it, but you're wrong. I present to you the tortoise and the hare, my friends. Chase Sexton was the best guy to manage to stay on 2 wheels. Welcome to Supercross. So congratulations to Chase Sexton on your first 450 class title. On to our second story of the day, which is regarding the large 250 class team Phoenix Racing Honda. They had a total of 5 riders this Supercross season, and unfortunately will be sitting out Lucas Oil Pro Motocross for the rest of 2023. Here's why. Firstly, they had a rookie rider named Caden Braswell aboard the team, and he rode relatively well for a rookie, finishing in the top 10 to 15 guys in almost every race. Unfortunately, due to unknown reasons, the team announced yesterday the separation of the team and Braswell on, quote, good terms. He has since been seen testing on a Trolley Designs Red Bull Gas bike at Glen Helen Raceway this weekend, so maybe there's a hint at some silly season rumors there. So that's one rider down. The team then went on to say that Cody Schock will be sitting out the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross season to focus on healing a nagging injury. So that's 2 down. They then said that the other 3 riders, Cullen Park, Jace Owen, and Kyle Peters, were already planning on racing World Supercross that begins in July. Although we don't know what team they're going to be on, Phoenix Honda is now left empty, thus the reason they're backing out of Pro Motocross. Team manager of Phoenix Honda said in a statement, quote, Phoenix Racing Honda announced that the team will sit out the outdoor rounds of the 2023 SMX season. Team manager Heath Harrison cited Cody Schock is going to focus on healing up from a nagging injury. Cullen Park will go race the WSX. And Caden Braswell and the team have mutually agreed to part ways on good terms. As Jace Owen and Kyle Peters were not planning to race the Nationals, both of them will race WSX. It sucks to see another team sitting out Pro Motocross this summer, but hey, at least they're going to WSX. Maybe this edition of AMA riders can make the World Supercross a little more interesting this year. Our final story of the day is regarding Jeffrey Herlings racing on an off weekend and dominating the Foxhill British National. Also, we will speak about the premature end of the race due to the unfortunate death of a photographer. Herlings has been following an interesting program this season, and that is to race every weekend, no matter what, even on MXGP off weekends. Thus, his attendance this weekend in the British Motocross National. So far this year, he has won races in the Italian Nationals, Dutch Nationals, and now British, all on MXGP off weekends. This weekend at the Foxhill National, Herlings began his day qualifying in the MX1 class, roughly 1 second faster than Conrad Muse. I mean, that's fast, but that's not Herlings style. Herlings then followed up that speed in the first moto in dominating fashion, winning the race by nearly 30 seconds over second place finisher Josh Gilbert. Now that's a pretty impressive ride for Herlings. Unfortunately, the race would be canceled after the first races. At roughly 2:50 p.m. British time, towards the end of MX1 Race 1, a rider came off his bike over a jump and his bike crashed through the barrier and hay bales, hitting both a photographer and an event marshal. The event marshal was sent to the hospital due to some serious injuries he suffered, and the photographer, named Simon Mitchell, a lifelong fan of motocross, tragically passed away. We don't know much more at the moment about this, but we here at the Motocross Network send our condolences to the family of this prominent British photographer. Well, that's a sad way to end today's video, but that's all the news we have. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to read all of these news articles, visit themxnetwork.com. Also, I already announced in the video, but I'll do it again. Issue number 5 of the Motocross Network magazine is up for pre-order on the website as well, so go sell this one out, guys. It has the friend of the show, Max Anstey, on the cover, and he certainly deserved it with that win. So go check it out. Link in the description. Anyway, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Follow if you're on Spotify. See you in tomorrow's video.